we should strive to tell them again, and tell them again, and tell them again over and over and over. Okay. And in some of our content that we've launched this week, and I'm going to show some in a second, we have not even been telling them. And what this means is whenever you're doing marketing, whenever you're doing a marketing campaign, they call it a campaign for a reason. It's no different than a political campaign. It's no different than a TV campaign. It's a campaign that you are repeating over and over and over, that if somebody believes this, they're going to hand over their wallet, right? They're going to open their wallet and sign up for what we have to offer. When you're dealing with the political campaign, if you watch political speeches, they may differ slightly between the different rally points, but the general premise is the same. You can actually outline the different points that they are running on. And if they're running on this topic and this topic. For us in marketing, in order for us to get our point across to our customers, we need to tell them again, tell them again, tell them what you told them, tell them several times, right? We just need to tell them over and over and over. And so what I want you to be able to do in this tell them times 3 rule is I want you to tell them a minimum of 3 different times in 3 different ways what you have to offer. And in order to do that, we first have to outline in one sentence. Okay. And the reason that this is important to me, and the reason this comes up now, is that I'm going to use Mr. Charlie Esposito as the example today, because this is the most recent and fresh example today. So Charlie is launching his first ad, and he is running with some image ads, which is awesome. I mean, there's nothing wrong with image ads. Always are going to convert a little bit better, but his first take at ads are very interesting. So let me share my screen and show you guys what we've got. So Charlie has been working closely with Jim and is now a vendor with Jim for the gun cleaning kits, which is awesome. I highly encourage everybody to reach out to Jim, grab his gun cleaning kits. He is more motivated to make you money than he is motivated to make himself money. He's one of the most selfless people. I trust him implicitly, and his product is phenomenal. That said, when we look over here at Charlie's project that he's working on, I don't know why Momentum HQ is not on the screen, but let me pull that up here too. Give me 1 second to share a different screen or a different tab here and pull up Momentum HQ. But when we look at Charlie at ESP, his offer is this. Which one is it, Charlie? Is it CCW class, I think?
It's the CCW one.
Just CCW?
Yes.
All right, guys. Just remember, when you name your funnels, you should be able to name them so that anybody can find them. Name them with your offer. But here is the landing page. Okay. So it's ESP Defense. The offer is sign up for the easiest and most fun way to get your concealed carry permit in New Jersey and get a $49.95 gun cleaning kit absolutely free. So his one sentence to outline his one sentence is sign up for this concealed carry class in New Jersey and get your gun cleaning kit for free, right? That's the idea. That's the offer. And it's in his headline. He outlines on his page that this is a New Year special, a 9mm gun cleaning kit. It's a shotgun gun cleaning kit. It's a rifle cleaning kit. But again, the idea here is that we are sign up for the New Jersey concealed carry permit and get your gun cleaning kit for free. So in creating his first ad, he made one of the most common mistakes we make. So what can we identify as a group? And I want everybody to unmute and just give me some feedback on this ad. Good, bad, pro, con, right? Let me know what you guys think of this ad, and then I'll go over my take of it. Get ready, Charlie.
I know. I'm waiting.
I'll jump in. The first thing that I can see is there's no need that's solved right off the bat. The text on the top there just says sign up. There's no identification of what the need from the customer is yet.
I think that's a valid point. If you guys remember, our template for our I'll just put it here. Our template for our ad should always be our call out plus our value plus our CTA, which is call to action. So our call out is who are we talking to? Our value is basically what's our offer or what's our value, and then our call to action. What do we want them to do? And right now, it seems like one of the problems with the ad is that we are starting with the call to action and we don't have a call out or value, right? I think that's all right. So what else do you guys see? Feel free to unmute and let me know.
For me, I'm lazy on when I'm scrolling just on my personal time. I don't want to read nothing. The picture, like if it's a picture, it's got to be something that grabs me. And then if it grabs me, then I might read the caption. But I think this one has too much reading to get people's attention. That's just for me.
I want to back up what she's saying real quick too. Yeah, it's you gotta remember people have TikTok brain now, so video goes way better. And it'll allow you to actually push everything that Shawnee just said is grabbing their attention, getting something shocking going there that pulls them into the funnel.
100%. Video goes way better. I will caveat that perfection prevents progress. So if you are not comfortable making video, don't wait. Do an image. But you need to tell them again. So what we should have in this ad is using this method, the call out, who we're talking to, the value, what we're promising, and then the call to action. This should say, New Jersey gun owners, get your license to carry class in New Jersey and get a free gun cleaning kit. Click this ad to sign up now. That's what it should say. And the image should only say concealed carry class, free gun cleaning kit, or something along those lines, right? Something along those lines. If there's going to be text in the image, it needs to be like the minimum amount of words possible and the maximum amount of attention grabbing. And a couple of things about this particular image is that contrast is something that gets your attention. So if I was to just scroll through my newsfeed and look at, right, so to look at some contrast ads here. Okay, here's an ad. And right away, these guys, Submagic, we use these guys every single day. If you are not on Submagic, it's what we use for captions. And everything that they're doing in this video is all contrast. I mean, even from the very first, right? From the very first initial, it's all contrast. Heavy darks, really bright brights, right? Here's another ad. Heavy darks, bright brights. Of course, they're using the celebrity angle, which we don't have. But let's go look at another. So this is just a screenshot, but heavy darks, very light brights. And so I want you guys to, and then here's an ad that doesn't have that. And I can tell these guys are not great marketers. Where does our eyes draw? We do draw to the heart. So I guess if you are, feeling like your heart might have problems, that'll drive you there, but it's not very contrasting. And it's not very jumping off the page. And so we may just scroll by that. And so I would highly encourage that if you are doing an image, very few words, high contrast, tell them what you tell them, tell them again, remind them what you told them, just tell them over and over and over. The campaign is get this concealed carry class and get this kit for free. So it needs to be all over the ad. I think that learn more should be sign up instead of learn more. And just talk about structure now. In the ad campaign, we should never have one ad, especially if it's an image ad. Right. So the rule is never have just one ad, especially if it's an image ad. So we should always strive to have more than one ad. That is to say that that more than one ad rule, if you have flex ads running, it looks like you only have one ad running, when in all actuality, you've got something like 144 ads running. So looking at my ad campaign here, this is a flex video. So I've got one flex ad. So this ad alone is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 videos that are being interchanged, multiplied by 3 primary text tests, multiplied by 5 headline tests. So if you have the ability to add 5 different primary texts in there, you should. And if you notice what I'm testing one line. What do I need to believe? This book fills classes. Then a little bit of call out and a little bit of value, and then your CTA. But then a very long story version of it. And I'm testing all 3 versions of it to see which one works. And then once a month, I spend about 2 hours going through my ads and I just look at what worked. And I take mental note, like, did the longer stories work? Did the shorters work, right? What angles work? And so that's something that's really important when for structure. So this is one ad. And then not only do I have that one ad, but I have broken out the other ads. So this one ad is 8 videos in one. And then these ones here are 1 video each. But even on my 1 video each, I have 5 separate primary texts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're all saying kind of the same thing. And then I have my 5 different headlines as well. So Facebook is getting to a point with Andromeda. I think I said it right now. Murph, I'm making sure that you can hold me accountable for that. Where Andromeda is really trying, and it's struggling a little bit in the beginning. It's a little bit struggling, but the goal is that they create 100% custom ads for you, for each person that is in this room right now. They know everything about you. They know what you've clicked on in the past, and they have this whole million, elements, understanding of how you're going to click things and what you're going to react to, that they want to tailor the ad experience for you. And so the more we can give Facebook options to tailor those ads, the more likely it is people that will click, and the more likely it is that we're able to reduce our cost for acquisition on that. So couple of takeaways for Charlie here, and this applies to everybody, is number one, more creative, less words on the image, more contrasting, more attention getting images. Another thing is on that ESP account also is that we want to run a minimum of 2 different variations of ads. We want to run a 1080 by 1080, which is a square, but we also want to run a 1080 by 1920, which is a longer version of that. So, Rich, I would have you go back to the drawing board. If you want to turn this on right now and just start getting traffic, feel free. But that's my feedback for the ad. So get 2 versions, 1080 by 1080 and 1080 by 1920 of the same ad. Just change how things are sitting on the page, reduce the amount of words, make it more contrasting, and say it again and again and again what your offer is. And then on your landing page, the feedback that I have for you is to also say it again and again and again. Right. So here we say it here in the headline: sign up for the easiest and most fun way to get your concealed carry permit in New Jersey and get a 49. You can even reduce that. Sign up for this concealed carry permit class in New Jersey and get a $49 gun cleaning kit for free. You can always boost that $49.95 up. Jim, remind me, what is MSRP on this thing?
$70, $69.95.
So there's no reason to list a $49.95 gun cleaning kit if MSRP is $79.99. We should list it for what it's worth. This New Year's special, this area of the page does nothing for you. It's far enough past New Year's that it probably doesn't do any benefit from you. But if this section is talking about the universal gun cleaning kit, we want to, in a headline, be very clear with what they get, which is a universal gun cleaning kit. Right now, it's looking almost like you have 3 kits for sale rather than 1. And so I would say it cleans 9mm shotguns, rifles, instead of, and then, just talk the kit up in that section. And then reiterate, again, we are reiterating it right here, but, and then we do have our class location here, which is good. But I do feel that this page is going to struggle because there's not a whole lot of content on here. So what you want to do on your landing page is you do want to say who, what, when, where, why, and how, right? I mean, that's literally how journalists think of covering the news. We also want people to know, who is it that we're talking to? What is it that we have to offer? When is it being offered? Which, the calendar is doing it, but we can also have a section that says that. Where is it being offered? Having the address there is great, but we may want to have a map on there so they can scroll out and see how far it is from their class. How is, what are we doing? Are we doing live fire? Are we doing in-person training only? Are we doing laser training, right? How are we doing it? And then of course, how much, which is, what our offer is, and how much they're going to spend, because we don't actually tell them anywhere on here how much they're going to spend, even on sign up. It just says, take this, clip kit, get it for free for $49.95. Let me just read that again. No, yeah, I don't see anywhere on here that tells us where the user is going to pay for that class. So, so those are some good takeaways. Tell them again, remind them what you told them, so on and so forth. Outline the offer in step 1. So in one sentence, rather, outline your offer in one sentence. The offer is, take this class, get a gun cleaning kit for free. Your ad should have call out who we're talking to, the value that they're getting, and what we want them to do.